Bun, ne-am întors la un nou
Right.
episod. Ce am făcut? Am vorbit cu asta. Să mergem sus de tot aici. Pac, pac. La Gilded Veil să-i zic lui aia, să-i dau ceva lui aia, nu? Haideți. Tot așa pe aici? Da, Gilded Veil, 10 ore. Da, pe fas, lăsăm așa pe... Cred că aici era casa lui aia, nu? Nu mai țin minte. Dăm pe high speed. Pac, 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 pac.
How do you do?
You earned some time away. I worried you wouldn't return. Is that it? Have you bought it? Ofra looks at it. What did Ranga say? Yes, I have it. Here it is. You really did it. Oh, bless you, bless you. I don't know what would I've done without you. Now my baby will be safe. I can't thank you enough. Glad to be of assistance. Here, take this with you. You can keep the remains of Ranga's payment. So, thank you. I'll take this before I settle into bed. Perhaps I'll finally rest easy. Perfect. Te-am ajutat. Taxes collected. Lost the bandits earned those no shot. What? Du bani. Main keep finished in 4 hours. 4 ore. Bun. Să-i dăm noi la... Asta nu cred că acum. Ia du-te aici. Trecăm la bridge-ul ăla, dacă nu la bridge, în altă parte pe acolo. Da. Pot la asta? Sau trebuie să mă duc pe acolo? Prin Caid Noua. Main keep construction complete. Perfect. Bun. Avem multe din astea. Asta îmi trebuie neapărat. Hirelings to defend your stronghold during attacks. Purchase. 2 zile. Belly houses various necessities for keeping your stronghold self-sufficient. Building this upgrade will allow you to upgrade further. Grants further. The tower kind of stands high above the walls. The stronghold upgrading the tower will grant you a perception bonus when resting. No. Resting dungeons. To take prisoners during your travels. Ooh. Merchant. Allow merchants sell goods. The Warden's Lodge watch over the wilds near the stronghold. Branded Lodge will grant you bonus to follow seas upon resting. Branded both constitution attacks when resting. Barracks, cea mai importantă. Western requires Western barbecue. Western barbecue. Come across the Western bars the passage of invaders coming across Issaquah River. Western. Am făcut Eastern. Da, și la asta. Barracks are din părți. Nu pot doar una. Mergem aici în jos. Doisprezece ore. Noapte? Hai de asta dăm și un camp. Să avem buff în caz de bătălii sau ceva. Doar noapte cred că este, în fin. Stronghold-ul câte mai are asta? Unde e ăla? Barracks, one day. Madhmer Bridge. Tak.
Let's go.
Roll. Asta e ușor, sau? Chiar? Din asta.
Hai.
Dă-i unde asta.
Hey.
Dă-i un stun. Regenerating.
How may I help?
Dă-i un...
That doesn't feel right.
Let's have it out!
Yes?
Creme fantomul.
Reluctant.
Dă-i. Ăla deja un...
Brave thou filas believe.
Easy.
Sure.
Maggot squirmum is the deer's entrails. Damn, looters can be bought to find. Ce asta? Curse my luck. The woman mutters, kicking her foot in the ground and upturning a clod of soil. As you approach, her ears twitch and she turns to greet you. Hail, traveler, she says with half-hearted hand wave. The bridge to Defiance Bay is out. If that's where you're headed, you'll need to find another route. Don't destroy the bridge. The river has been rising on account of all the storm. Here where the river narrows and the flooding did the most damage. The only woman folds her arm, a skull overtaking her face. Guess they don't make things to last around here, do they? One of the stone columns collapsed in a flash flood, taking the whole middle section of the bridge out to sea. Madmar Bridge was the most direct route from Gilded Bay to Defiance Bay. Merchants and travelers know how to find a boat passage or add day extra to loop around the bay. So I started a ferry service, thinking I'd earn some coin to help the others cross the bay. And that was a bigger mistake than the time I allowed the cipher to court me. How so? I've been attempting to turn a quick copper, but just my luck, the blasted currents threw my ferry into the rocks, dashed it into my profits to pieces. Making matters worse, when I went to prowl the shore to salvage whatever shipping crate didn't sink, a pair of looters attacked me. She stomps her foot in the ground. The damn brigands had the nerve to attack. I managed to avoid harm, but now they have stolen by force all that is left of my fortune. She sees you for a long second, her hand chopping her chin. You know, you look like you'd fare better against these looters than little old me. Could I enlist your help? I think I'll do it. Find the wreckage. Despre aia după.
Brave thou Philotheli.
Sauritul. Oh, hatchet. Am ceva pe aici? Nu, nu. Cred că în partea asta, sigur. Ha?
Thou Philotheli.
Extrem de ușor omul ăsta.
Sure.
Luther?
Brave thou Philotheli.
Deci ăsta așa. Voi atacați-l pe ăsta. Dă-i una din asta.
Yeah. Let's go.
One.
Sure.
Hanwen. Gather around the soggy timbers of a ship wreckage. Men and women pick through the driftwood, snatching muddy silverware, moldy clothes, chipped pottery, and anything they can spot among detritus. All eyes turn to you as you approach. The group trade nervous, stares you at on the last. A woman in muddy clothes steps forward and speaks. Where are Bretel and Tarrant? They were just up along the path. We heard fighting. The wreckage is private property and you are looting. Looting? But this is a wreck. What values does it have? The men and women all turn to her, their faces brighten and worried. Please, we need these supplies dearly. The storm took everything from us. It is not our desire to steal, but we are destitute. Should we let these wares just sink in the river bottom? Regardless of your need, you are still stealing from Peregund. Perhaps you could tell the merchant you found nothing beyond these bits of driftwood. From her point of view, it will be as the river washed it all away. Besides, how much copper will she really make by selling these rotting clothes and soiled wares? I will not lie to cover the property. Then you leave us no choice. You leave me no choice. Tu du-te pe ăsta. Tu atac pe ăla. Tu atac pe ăsta.
Hey.
Și tu pe ăla.
Brave thou Philotheli.
Let's go.
Cum să furați. The fried end of the rift.
Right.
Traps in the river. Supur. Săraca femei. Pregund. Still looking into it. Mai este pe acolo? Sau trebuie să iau alea? Cred că trebuie să le iau, să le duc ei. Altceva n-are cum. Salvăm ca să fim siguri aici în save și le iau pe astea. Uite, pe recargo, vezi? Dar de ce mi-arată conița aia atunci? Bine. Thank you. I was beginning to think it all sunken at the bottom of the river. She reaches into her tunic pocket and hands something to you. Consider this a small token of my gratitude. I will reward you properly when you visit me at my shop in Defiance Bay. Oh. CD Exa. As you near, you feel a vibrant history containing the essence of this man's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. You see the interior of a small dark shop. The shelves are covered with a variety of goods, some commonplace and others a little more exotic variety. This man wanders the shelves of the shop, smiling and fondly touching the items. He maneuvers through the aisles, the only person in the shop. He stops in front of a large display showing the model of a large worm, a plaque in front of it detailing information about its natural habitat, food preferences, and mating rituals. He moves on, wandering from display to display, stopping at each one to take it in. He looks out the window in the front of the shop to see the sun has broken the building line. People are wandering the market, stopping into shops and loitering at the stalls, looking for a bargain. Standing before the front door, the man turns back to the shop and smiles again. Then he unlocks the door and pushes it open, letting in the sounds of the market. Ce drăguț.
It seems the Deerwood sees its share of floodwaters. We'll have to go around.
Ce drăguț. Aertus. As you near, you feel rampant history containing the essence of this man's soul. Voices. You see a battlefield covered with bodies. There is death everywhere. The sound of metal ringing over the gore-stained ground. The cries of the wounded fill the air, occasionally masked by the death knell of another casualty. This man is running, but from what you cannot see, his breath comes in labored gasp. His eyes are wide and terror-filled. As he returns, he wrestles with the blood-splattered tunic. He tears the fabric, as though it burns his skin, his desperation eliciting small mewling sounds from the back of his throat. His foot catches on an arm sticking out from the pile of bodies he's trying to maneuver around, and he spills forward, landing on a falling soldier, looking into his dead eyes. The mewling increases in intensity as he scrabbles backwards, trying to push himself off the body. His hand slips on the blood slicked arm on it. He topples on the side, landing on his back. He starts shaking his head, cheeks wet with terrified tears. He pushes himself to his knee, and he surveys the field, eyes wide, breathing so quickly he's almost hyperventilating. Stumbling back into motion, his hands return to the tunic, eyes swinging, wilding about, surveying the carnage around him. His frantic fingers finally tear the tunic from his chest, and he throws it to the ground, the sound of the battle still echoing in his ears as he flees. Bun, a fost tot aici. Mă interesează ce poveste la aia. Cred că mergem înainte. La mine pe acolo, pe la... Cred că însă... ce nivel? 4. Cred că încă sunt nivel mic pentru Roderick's Hold. Mai explorăm întâi. Aici în spate, caie de noua. O zi. Barracks construction complete. Cash. Patru din ăștia. Ia să-i dăm Western Barbecue asta. Da. Asta e Western Barbecue, nu? Asta e Eastern, asta Western. Le faci pe asta? Am nimic n-a fost construit. Bine, da. Trebuie să construiesc toate alea. Main keep-ul era numai Skirmish Archer. Din care treaba aici? Interesant. Curățat tot acolo. Asta a fost reconstruit, nu? Da, înainte erau dărâmături aici. Nu White Hollow. Mergem la Wooden Plains aici. Sigur, bridge-ul la merge, dar ce arată asta? E 18 ore. F5. Astea sunt toți backerii, nu? Da. Sabelul ăsta. Sagani. Sagani cu ei. Muac.
Hush, Itumak. We'll just wait a little longer.
Salut. A dwarven woman dressed in skins and hides leans against the road marker. Her face is turned down, her eyes darkened by a thick stripe of face paint. She's sharpening a bone arrowhead with a scrimshaw-handled knife. Her attention, however, is focused on the bare figure between her feet. A large white fur fox standing at her heel looks up at your approach.
Easy, Itumak. It's not him.
Who are you
Short
waiting
version? I'm looking for a very, very old friend. I'm not sure what skin he's wearing now, but I'll know him when I see him.
for? Can I help you find him? That's an interesting question. The last helpful stranger only succeeded in enlightening my purse. I think I'll handle it on my own. Your friend is supposed to meet you
That's
here.
what I heard. Of course, the man who told me so was carrying a staff he claimed was made from dragon bone, but I know whitewood when I see it. That should have been my first clue, but I had to try something.
Try something. What exactly are you talking
The long
about?
version. Here we go. I'm from an island to the far south called Nasitak. I came here looking for a village elder, a man we knew as Persok. I'm a hunter back home, so tracking someone wouldn't normally be a problem. But Persok's trail is cold, to say the least.
Well, you can find him. There can't be many of your people in Drywood. How long will you be looking for Persok? 5 years. He died when I was still a young girl. Forgot to mention that part, did I? I'm looking for his latest reincarnation, which could be anyone. So you've been searching for 5 years for a stranger you barely remember. Could be anyone
That
now.
about sums it up.
So, why do you have to find Persok? There's more campfire there. I'm not quite ready to get into it. Then it must be an important duty.
So I keep reminding myself. Still, it would be nice if important duties came with clearer instructions.
Earlier you mentioned an unhelpful stranger.
True enough. But first I should explain about the figurine.
She does the figurine on her trousers to raise it in her small, flat palm. It's carved in the shape of a bear, smooth and round. The polished adra is worn to a dull mat along its arched back and ovoid hunches. A soft glow emanates from within.
Cute, isn't it? It belonged to Persok. Before he returned to the wheel, he left a splinter of his soul in it. Something to help us find him later.
As she holds it up to you, you feel a whisper sensation, not quite memories, but traces of someone.
When I left Nasitok, it was completely dark inside. But as I've gotten closer to Persok, it's glowed steadily brighter. Since I've reached the Deerwood, however, it's gotten hard to read. Some days it flickers and goes dark. Others it shines nice and bright, for a few hours. But most of the time it looks just like this.
What will you do now?
I can tell you what I won't do again. Rely on miracle peddlers. It was some so-called watcher who sent me to this crossroads in the middle of nowhere in the first place.
Watcher.
I was on my way out of the Balmarsh when I heard talk of a traveling mystic who could supposedly see souls. I knew it was a long shot, but what did I have to lose? I went to see this fellow and gave him the Audra figurine. He made a big show of moaning and rolling his eyes, and after I'd given him 5 golden dukes to lift the shroud, he told me to seek the crossroads in the field between the wolf's lair and the twining trees.
What's the wolf there? Defiance Bay. Locals call it the current Duke Wolf Green. Sounds like it'd be fun to drink with. Is Twisting Trees a real place? It meant Twin Elms. I haven't been there yet, but I heard they have some especially memorable trees. Go
He
on.
thought he was being vague, but I know the area well enough to recognize that he meant this place, right between Defiance Bay and Twin Elms. I had a bad taste in my mouth, but my coin was spent and I'd already left an arrow in his knapsack as a friendly warning. Told him I'd come back and leave him with another if it turned out he was giving me the runaround. I've been here a week now. Guess he had the last laugh after all.
May I see the figurine?
Why?
I just want a better look at it.
Fine. But if you try to run, just remember that my arrows are faster.
You raise the Adra bear, turning it into light. Your eyes catch a tiny glinting scratch and sinew around you melts away. You stand on a cliff overlooking the water, seeing through eyes that aren't your own. You catch the musk of beasts amid the fresh scent of vegetation. Your heart beats a little faster. You have to watch your step here. You look down just long enough to see the sharp, pale cliffs drop into water hundreds of feet below you. I see a vision of cliffs high over the water. Does that sound familiar? Your question is greeted with a stroke of silence.
What are you talking about? What just happened?
He's standing on a cliff. I know this sounds right, but it's the
You
truth.
realize I've got no coin to give you, even if I did believe you.
Come with me. I've got other business in the area. We can look for Pesca on the way.
And if this is your idea of a joke, you may be stuck with me for a while. Lead the way.
You know, I made back on. Ooh. Wait a second. Check out the stage. Oh. Ah. New companion. Care este un Gosh. What chose this? Ranger. Boreal Dwarf.
Sure.
Bartolome. más para entrar. Destrozo. A sparrow's nest is stuck between two angled slabs. Supplies. You see a group of robbed figures sitting next to a fire. This woman, much younger and smaller, sits with them. They are discussing travel and making plans, deciding which road will get to their destination faster. A rustling noise catches the attention of several members of the group, and they stand, watching over the fire, straining against the darkness to see. An enormous shadow figure makes its way into the camp, and the darkness slowly parts against the firelight to reveal who it is. Many members of the group stand, readying weapons. Others quickly invoke their god, preparing spells for battle. The girl looks around, confused, when the man sitting next to her stands, holding up his arms. He chastises the other in the group for not showing the proper hospitality to a stranger. The man walks towards the ogre, hand extended, speaking words of welcome in his tongue. The ogre stares at him for a brief moment, then, with a swiftly seemingly unnatural for being its way, it swings the club it had been dragging behind itself. It connected with the man's head, causing a wet, crushing sound. The woman, the girl's right, screams and rushes to many sides, covering half the distance before the man has even fallen to the ground. From the darkness all around the group, terrifying and the blood-curdling shouts answer the scream of those in the camp, and more figures approach the darkness. Leon.
Brave thou Philotheli.
Dale, Super encounter. Mark prey. Acesta. Designate a single target as prey, giving the ranger animal and animal companion a damage bonus. As he or she would fleeing prey, the hunter aims for a spot that will slow the target's enemy progress, hobbling to the ground, inflicting raw damage over time. Что е? Forest Troll. Poi 3 pe ăsta.
Hey,
Pe ăsta.
How may I help?
Pe ăsta. Pe ăsta.
I'm here.
Pe ăsta.
Brave thou Philotheli.
3. Tălie intens aici. Doi lucruri ăsta.
I?
Tu.
The Faru beyond seek.
Perfect.
What?
Nu mai aproape aici. Tu. Dă-i una așa. Dă-i una la asta.
Following your lead.
Dar câinele ce face? Atacă câinele.
I?
Asta.
Lava will be on
Beyond seek.
Perfect aici.
Proacted.
Dă pe ăsta.
I'm here.
Asta. Perfect. Acolo. Easy.
Right.
Right. Pe sus pe acolo. Easy bătălii se întâmplă aici. Leon. Doi leoni. Cât damage mi-a dat ăla. Holy moly.
Following your lead.
Dead on!
Pe aici. Stai să-l pun. Ăsta e crit chance. Dead Pilgrim. Waves are rockly chiseled in the stone. They grab the Odra beloved moon, curling fingers. Aracu. Preia și el și a fost omorât. Iar ai. Hai, data asta ia dă-i tu din asta. Câinele face ceva?
Yeah.
Dă-i din asta.
Following your lead.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Hi?
O cheamă pe asta? Ugra. Ugra. E nimic acolo. Nimic. Tot și am auzit un om care mergea înainte. Când am vorbit cu asta. Asta un har sebi. Sigur. Ah, cum a zis? Quest lurker. Bonus.
Yes?
Așa.
Yes?
Dă-i una din asta. Dă-i una din asta. Știi?
Dead on!
Ce face asta? Creates a standard explosive that stands short thing. Ce că ceva pe aia.
Sacre tu!
prins, da.
Brave dal filathiliu.
Și te-a dat vreo damage ceva. Mort aici. Inventurierul. Rat. Pas forward aici. Nimic. Știi mushrooms. Trebuie să mă uit după la cea mai coolest item și chestii. Încă unde asta?
Brave dal
Ready, Watcher.
Pe una.
filathiliu.
De asta.
Ready, Watcher.
Deci de asta. Ok. Dă un stun.
Of course.
Forest lurker. Lurk in the forest. 5 așa. Totuși. Ieșirea cu un forest
Brave
lurker.
dal filathiliu.
Dai un stun. Dai din asta. Dai un stun. Așa. Stuck. Dar ce se face cu alea? 5, poate e o bătălie aici sus. Bătălie, dar e un wagon. Wine drags swill around the bottom of the clay jar. O armă, bani. Și poison companion. Bun. Dar continuăm data viitoare.